So when you're using social in order to help you online, you're using it to build your audience. So this is where you're creating your relationships, you're influencing them. That's going to be your second step. Third is to get them off of social and into your educational ecosystem. Four, enroll them. And then five is to retain them.
Sweet. And I will catch the ball and we'll carry on. So this is how to achieve goals of sales and enrollment. So as we've mentioned before, a lot of this social has to do with creating conversations, and those conversations are what lead to the sales and the enrollment. So when you're interacting, or not necessarily interacting, but when you're putting your content out there, kind of like what Ashley did, right? That was her intent, was to start a conversation about the opportunity, right? Her intention is to bring in ambassadors. So you want to start with the end goal in mind, or the end game in mind, which ultimately is to create sales and enroll people. Now, the key is to be intentional with your social use. What are you posting? What's the message that you really want to get out there? And what's the end game goal that you want to have happen when all is said and done? So be intentional about that, and that'll help drive your content. So how do you achieve these goals of sales and enrollment? Well, the first is, of course, we need to find leads. And if you're in a spot where maybe you feel like you've talked to people, like your network already, then it's a matter of how can we expose ourselves to more people, whether it's joining groups, but essentially growing the network. And then we want to nurture those leads through messaging, through interacting on their social content, even inviting them into your weekly emails so they're in your ecosystem, and deepening that relationship with those people. And then ultimately is guiding your interested leads through your enrollment process, which are your EO, or Explore Opportunity, and EW, Explore Wellness tours. That's really where it goes. Let's talk about the two ways to find leads. There are two ways. It's really nice and simple, and it comes down to outreach and attraction. And we've talked about this before in past classes, and I think even on a few 202s. So outreach is when you are actively reaching out to people. You're starting conversations with them, probably with the intention of guiding them or finding out if they're open to the opportunity or the products. Okay, you're moving that conversation forward to find out if this person is a candidate. Now, outreach is definitely the faster way to see results. It also comes with the highest rejection point. So for some people, it's a little touchy, which I totally get. I'm one of those people that sometimes struggles with it, but it works really well. And if you're going into those conversations with great intention, you're really just finding out if they're open. That's the key. And then if they're not open, you don't push it any further.